I don't know if you can tell, but I just finished crying because I burnt my ear with hot water. Hi guys, my name is Tiffany and welcome back to my channel. I'm bringing another hair tutorial your way. I'm sorry I sound this way, but I have a stuffy nose. But in this video, I'll be showing you guys how I achieve my pick and drop braids. So in the clips earlier, you would see all of the things or the tools that I would require to make this style, including my extensions, and I used the color 613 as well as color 27. I always do black braids, so I decided to try something new, and then I got these two colors because I plan to mix both of them. So before I do that, because the extensions are quite long, so I divide them into two. A single pack came with two bundles of extensions, which I divided into two. And then I cut and picked the extensions so that the tips are not blunt. Picking the extensions doesn't really take time. It's mixing the two colors together that now takes a bit of time. And I think that this is dependent on how you want the shade of the extensions to now be. The extensions that I used were Xpression, but you can use any one. And I even got a souvenir in my extensions. So as I've earlier said, this is me literally just prepping my extensions. I will come in when I'm done with that. With mixing the extensions, I did it in small sections so that I will be able to cover more ground and I will be able to get the desired results. These are the results of the mixing. You can still try mixing a lot more if you're not satisfied with this, but this is what I was satisfied with. I put some petroleum jelly for some sheen and brushed it out. And then I started to prep my own hair for the braids. I had washed my hair the previous day. Did I wash my hair the previous day or that same day? Okay, yeah, I washed my hair the previous day. So my hair and scalp were clean and ready for some braids. The first step I took was to find my center part because guys, I never really do too much to my hair when it's in braids, but I really like to let it down. So I defined my center part and I sectioned the hair into three sections, one big one at the back and two at the front. I think that this made it a bit easier. Like typically if you watch my box braids videos, you would see that I would just like do a whole braid and then start to work in smaller sections, but that takes too much time. I just sectioned the hair into three as I earlier said, and as you would see in the clips, and I think that this was a lot more easier. In every of my videos, I always stress that I'm not aiming for perfection. However, I'm not trying to look rough. So I try and I put in effort to make my lines as straight as possible. I do not have any help with this and I do not have those three-way mirrors. But I try using a mirror to look at the back of my head. It is a tedious process, but it's kind of worth it at the end, I guess. You guys know that pick and drop has been there since the aunties, since the 90s, and people have been rocking it in different ways. So I wasn't going to bore you guys with the little, like the unnecessary details. So I went and I completed the back. I told you that I sectioned it into three, so I completed the back. And I also did not want to curl or like set the curls when I was done because then the hair would be too full and like much harder to manage. So as I completed a section of hair, I also used my thread to define the curls or to set the curls. And here I am on the front part of the hair, the front section of my hair. Yeah, so I try to make a very straight line, as straight as I can. And then because it's box braids, I section a box. And then I always use the knotless method. So if you haven't watched my knotless, I have not a lot, but like I have a number of videos showing how I achieve my knotless braids. I basically just start with my real hair to make the braids more flexible and so that it doesn't hurt as much, and I can like put my hair up in different styles without any issues. And then I feed in the extensions little by little. I section a small part of the extension and then divide it into three, and then I feed it in to the braids, the hair. When I get to a certain length that I'm satisfied with, I select a very tiny section of the extension and use that to tie the hair to secure it so that it doesn't like loosen. And then I do that for the rest of the braids. If you've come this far, I appreciate you. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. Okay guys, I'm going to keep it very real with you guys. If you have noticed, the elephant in the room is that my hair appears longer than the parts that I'm securing. And to be very, very honest, it actually did not sit right with my spirit. Something about leaving my hair exposed to the elements, putting my hair in hot water, having to carry all of that for 3 weeks or a month did not sit right with my spirit. And I know that you must have noticed it too, but not to worry guys. But what I would say is that this style is so much more recommended for people with shorter hair or that do not have as much length. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this pick and drop to someone that has longer or like medium length hair, just because of the inherent danger that you might be putting your hair in. I would advise that if you're going to do this style and you have longer hair, try to make the braids at least stop where your hair actually stops and not before, because it could actually break your hair, tangle the hair, cut the hair, or leave the hair thin and brittle after the style is taken down. So yeah, that's just what I really wanted to point out to you guys. It's something that I noticed, it's something that I was also very worried about, but I really wanted to do this style. So in as much as I'm doing all of this now and I'm stopping or securing the hair at a much shorter length than what my hair actually is, at the end of the day, I went back and I braided my hair back, like I did the braids to where my hair stopped, or like a little past where the actual length of my hair was, to secure the hair. So I will be able to take the hair for a month without having to worry about my hair. Because what is a protective style if it doesn't protect your hair? Now, with setting the curls, I first of all detangled the extensions and my hair, or detangled the leave outs, and then I used a thread. I don't know, I think I doubled it, or I tripled, quadrupled it to set the curls, and I just started wrapping the thread loosely. I secured it at the beginning of the braids, right, so that it doesn't come undone. And then I started to wrap it loosely around the hair until I got to the bottom or the tip of the extensions. So like I said, I was wrapping it loosely. If you're going to have a stylist do this for you, you absolutely do not need to be worried. They know the memo. And then when I got to the tip of the hair, I don't know, retracted the thread, I think. So I pulled the thread, and that's what happened. And then I tried to secure the thing that I just did as tightly as I possibly could, and cut the tip and the thread with a scissors. So here I am wrapping up the hair. I'm on the last part, doing the same knotless method, starting with my real hair and feeding bits of extension to the hair. And when I braid it down a little, I secure the ends of the hair. This is just me summarizing what I've done all this while. Then, so just like braiding the hair and then securing the ends of the hair to a point where I'm comfortable with. Then when I was done with that, being the last part of the hair, I detangled the extensions using my brush so that when I'm defining the curls, I'm setting the curls with the thread, the hair, is not a tangled mess. So when I had done due diligence, I used my thread. Like I said, I doubled or quadrupled this thread, so it was kind of thick. And then I started from the top of my hair, from like an inch after my root, and securely tied the thread so that it doesn't come undone. And then I loosely wrapped the thread around the length of the hair. And when I got to the tip of the hair, as I said, I pulled the thread so that the length of the hair was reduced, so that the curls also is kind of defined. And then I secured that as tightly as possible using the thread and cut the unwanted parts away. I'd like to point out that the extensions are hot water sets. So it means that you need to use hot water to set the curls if you're trying to get curls or to achieve like a bone straight look. I was trying to get curls, so I had to boil water, and after using the thread to define the curls, I had to immerse or dunk the extensions and my hair in the hot water to be able to define my curls. I had a little accident and I burnt my ear and I cried, but I still maintained beauty. So I would advise that if you're doing this yourself, you have to be very careful. If you're not having help, and if you're getting help, then yeah, I think that you should be good. But if you're doing this yourself, just be careful so that you don't hurt yourself or you don't get burned as well. After putting the hair in hot water, I dried it out with a t-shirt, and when it was dried or semi-dry, because it was still kind of dripping, when it was kind of cool, I removed or I cut the thread used to define the curls, and then I also tried to trim the ends of the hair, because you know that this is regular extensions, it's not, so it could be a bit frizzy. So I trimmed the ends of the hair, and then I tried to moisturize and strengthen my hair using the Mega Growth leave-in strengthener, because my hair had just been in hot water. Like, surely that is not good. It was in boiling hot water, so I had to do what I could to salvage the situation. And then after that, I trimmed the ends of the hair, as I earlier said. So guys, do not worry about my hair. Like, my hair is actually fine. I mentioned earlier that I had to extend the braids, the parts of the braids that left my hair exposed. So now my hair is fully protected, right? I think we've come to the end of the video. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you'll be trying out this style, because I posted it on TikTok and the girlies seem to be loving them. So if you'll be trying out this style, I wouldn't really mind if you tag me. I'd love to see your own make. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Yes, I really appreciate you guys for watching the video. I will see you in my next video, and until then, I hope that you have a good one. Take care. Bye.